Welcome to the golden age of tone-deaf influencers. Remember when popular Korean content creator doobydobap said she's always felt lesser because all her friends were richer? She said this in a designer outfit while opening a Seoul restaurant with her boyfriend of 9 months. The restaurant, Mija's Seoul, closed in less than a year. But don't worry, the Paris vlog lives on. Meanwhile, deangelis was filming cottagecore TikToks in a sunflower dress, while the LA sky behind her was literally on fire. Literal climate collapse? No problem. At least the background vibes are Tumblr aesthetic. Influencers detoxed in Bali while campuses burned with protests. They drop apology merch after scandals. They promote self-care while war trends on Twitter. Just book a flight, they say. And the worst part? The algorithm rewards them for it. It's called algorithmic narcissism. The more disconnected from reality you are, the more platforms push you to the top. Let's start with Blake Lively, a film about domestic violence rebranded to sell shampoo. And yes, she dragged Taylor Swift into the mess. This movie adaptation that had everything, a best-selling book about domestic abuse, trauma, and breaking generational cycles, a fan base obsessed with nuance, and Blake Lively looking like she walked off a dry shampoo commercial. It Ends With Us is a raw, wrenching story about healing and survival, so naturally, the marketing strategy became hair care content. The message? You too can overcome abuse with volume, bounds, and a sponsored 20% off code. Read the room, Serena. The internet clocked it instantly. Survivors, readers, and fans were like, this story ruined me emotionally, so why does the trailer look like a Nicholas Sparks blooper reel? How is it okay to aestheticize abuse? Then the actual drama hit. Behind the scenes was a full-on war. After accusing her director/co-actor Justin Baldoni of everything from fat-shaming to being creepy in love scenes, she filed a lawsuit. It was like the Don't Worry Darling chaos, but with worse PR. Meanwhile, her husband, Ryan Reynolds, was conveniently showing up at events trying to tank Baldoni's reputation. Insiders say he had more creative input in the final cut too, because nothing says healing from abuse like Deadpool giving script notes. So what do you do when a filthy rich celebrity couple think they have all the power in the world to gang up against you? You drop the receipts. And that is exactly what Baldoni did, while countersuing Blake for $400 million. Now, here's where Blake decided to make things even worse. She dragged her bestie Taylor Swift into the mess, subtly weaponizing their friendship and threatening to leak texts if she didn't back her up. But Taylor stayed silent and let her dad step in. Next thing you know, subpoena dropped. Even Travis Kelce hit on follow. When your man unfollows Deadpool, you know it's serious. Blake thought she was starring in a redemption arc. Instead, she produced the year's most chaotic celebrity meltdown. This is a pattern, and it gets even weirder when celebs start playing astronaut from the comfort of Earth. Remember when astronauts were scientists, engineers, literal heroes risking their lives to explore the unknown? Well, now they're influencers, with ring lights, pretending to float in space. Yep, you heard me. Pretending. Let's talk about the door. Someone opened the hatch from the inside and then quickly shut it while Jeff Bezos rushed to open it again from the outside. Excuse me? On a pressurized capsule? In real space, opening a hatch from the inside like that would either vacuum the lungs out of your chest or kill the whole crew faster than you can say content creator. That's not zero gravity. That's more like zero engineering credibility. So did they actually go, or did they just film it in a vacuum chamber in a movie studio and try to fool all of us with CGI? Because why was everyone just chilling and singing What a Wonderful World? Zero helmets, no oxygen tanks, just selfies. And when they landed, no debrief, no health checks, just... Girl, that was a 10-minute parabola. No need to be so performative. The only thing orbiting was your ego. Even Wendy's joined in on the mockery. Can it get worse than a fast food chain publicly taking a brutal dig at you? All this while cities burn, rents spike, millions can't afford a dentist, and a third of Gen Z wonders if they'll ever own a home. But don't worry, we've got Katy selling us million-dollar far rides to space to fill Bezos' pockets and fuel his competition with Elon Musk. What about the carbon footprint of space tourism? Where's her environmental advocacy now? And speaking of selling fantasy to the plebeian masses, sometimes a mega mansion pantry will do the trick. Khloe Kardashian wants you to simplify your life, declutter, embrace minimalism, focus on what matters. And what does her minimalistic aesthetic entail? earth-toned robes, a candlelit kitchen in a 17 million mansion, in a 15,000 square feet luxury compound in Calabasas, with a pantry that looks more like a high-end boutique than a storage room. She's embracing simplicity in a house with a marble wine cellar, a glam room bigger than most apartments, and an on-call team to scrub her floors and her face. Meanwhile, the US inflation crisis is still wrecking household budgets. Grocery prices are up 22% from just 3 years earlier. Rent in New York crosses $3,600 per month, while cities like Austin and Denver reported rent spikes over 30%. People are rationing eggs, delaying doctor visits, gig working themselves into burnout, and moving back home in record numbers. But Khloe wants you to aspire to color code your linen closet. This is the Kardashian paradox. Preach relatability from a marble pedestal with mood lighting. They call it grounded. We call it aesthetic poverty. The problem isn't luxury. It's pretending that luxury is normal, aspirational even, while economic inequality keeps widening. But wait, it gets better. Not long after, she reposts a Skims ad to her story. But not just any Skims. The viral nipple bra? Yeah, a bra with built-in headlights for women who want to look cold all the time. Because apparently, simplicity now means turning your body into a punchline while billionaires profit off fake nipples. Minimalism doesn't mean buying 14 beige sets of matchmaking loungewear and calling it a spiritual journey. Because when your glam team has a sleepover suite and your pantry needs its own Instagram handle, you're not simplifying your life. You're rebranding your opulence and hoping no one notices. Spoiler alert, we noticed. When billionaires cosplay as broke, you know something's broken. But wait, Khloe's not the only one trying to fake relatability in designer wear. Let's talk about how the Met Gala turned TikTok's biggest relatable queen into an epic fail. There's relatable, there's ironic, and then there's Kalil, aka Hailey Bailey, trying to convince us she's a normal person in her apology video after the Met Gala fiasco. The former Sports Illustrated model rose to fame after showing off her $17,000 a month New York apartment, turning into a full-time TikTok queen. And she mastered the art of being relatable in rich girl drag. We're talking get ready with me reels, champagne in hand mirror selfies, and a very staged, oh look, I have to brush my teeth while wearing a $10,000 gown moment. Authenticity, nowhere to be found. And while Gaza faced devastation, she thought it would be funny to post a TikTok lip-syncing "Let them eat cake" in a lavish gown near the Met Gala. Marie Antoinette vibes much? We all know what happened to her. This was the spark that lit the fuse. Hailey's Met Gala antics became the poster child for Blockout 2024, a digital uprising where people stopped doom scrolling and started the mass unfollowing of vapid celebrities and influencers. The concept of the digital guillotine was born. If you're silent about genocide, flaunting wealth during a humanitarian crisis, or just plain delusional, you're getting cut from followers, feeds, and relevance. Hailey apologized, but the damage was done. Gen Z is catching on, and the unfollow button has become a tool of accountability. They're not just unfollowing, they're clapping back. A quiet rebellion is brewing, and it's making the PR machine glitch in real time. The problem with PR in the influencer age is that it's still playing by old rules. Control the narrative, fake sincerity, and hope and pray the internet forgets. But we can smell fake faster than brands can write a press release. We know the lighting, we know the tone, we know when it's not real. So when they mess up and the mask slips, we're not just mad, we're done. Because what we're really seeing isn't just bad press, it's a cultural collapse of credibility. The modern elite don't need titles or castles. They have followers, platforms, and enough money to buy relatability. We used to mock Marie Antoinette for saying "let them eat cake." Turns out she never said it. But the modern aristocrats, they're saying it every day, just with better filters. The worst part is, we're not just witnesses. We're the audience they're playing to. They don't even need to silence our dissent. They just need to distract us long enough to scroll past it. Remember, the more out of touch the content, the higher the reach. Algorithmic narcissism doesn't work without us. But the real question is, when the world feels like it's self-destructing, why are we still watching people pretend it's not? Why do we let escapism go unchecked while the truth gets filtered, faceted, and monetized? Maybe it's time we all hit unfollow on the fantasy. Or at least start asking better questions. Or better yet, let us do the dirty work. Hit subscribe for more unapologetic cultural takedowns. And before you go, what's that one post, quote, or brand drop that made you go, Are you serious right now? Drop it in the comments. We're watching, judging, and taking notes.